we should somehow go back to the beginning of this and be like, by the way, watch this till the end.
Welcome back to Talkville. I have the hiccups. I'm Michael Rosenbaum. Tom Welling's with me via Riverside, and Ryan is making some adjustments to the camera right next to me. And we've got a great show for you today. We're wrapping up this season. This is 4 left after this.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get a chance to write into the show, call our hotline, all that information is in the show's description. Sorry for the hiccups. Ryan, you might have to do a lot of reading today.
Great.
But we had some problems with our Inside You episode. Technical problems. So we're, getting into the groove. But if you want to join Patreon and support this podcast and keep it going, I know my hiccups are...
What is happening?
Hold on, let me hold my breath.
If that doesn't work, you say, welcome stranger 12 times.
Welcome stranger.
Welcome stranger, 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 welcome stranger.
I was 13. It's not going to work.
But if you want to join Patreon, patreon.com/talkville and support this podcast, you're the only reason we're here. And we're still talking about perhaps doing the next 3 seasons, but we'll see what happens. You know what I was thinking of doing?
What were you thinking of doing?
I mean, I would just have to, it's not a manipulation, but I was thinking, if everybody who's listening promises to subscribe to Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, if they promise to do that, maybe write a review for the show. You don't even have to join Patreon and support the show, but to subscribe. That maybe that would be a good exchange for me doing another season. How do you feel, Tom?
Well, I think it's interesting because there's a scene in the episode we're about to watch where I remember you and I having the discussion about whether you were coming back the next year or not. And I remember the exact scene when I saw it.
Well, remind me when we get to it.
I will.
Also, if you want to go to my Instagram at the Michael Rosenbaum and my link tree, there's cameos. There's the cons we're going to. We'll be in Cincinnati. You won't hear it. That will be already passed, but we're going to Liverpool. What else? A lot of cons coming in the new year. The Smallville cruise. Trust me, you guys need to get on the cruise for 2026.
Yeah,
Tom and I are going to do some great excursions. I'm doing a pajama party karaoke night, which you have to come. It's going to be freaking off the hook. Tom's going to do an Uno night. It is going to be a lot of fun. Trust me, this year's going to even be better, and so many more people are going this year. And you can look at my Instagram link and
there's
video.
already more people coming this year than last year.
Yeah.
There's already.
I love it. Also, if you want to get some cool merch, go to the Inside of You online store for great merch, great Smallville merch, and more. So check that out. Stuff you can't get anywhere else, and it's me signing it. Also, at Tom Welling, if you want to find out what he's doing and his cameos and all that stuff. And a little quick shout out to Rosie's Puppy Fresh Breath for your doggy. Tom's dog, Rosie. It's called Rosie's Puppy Fresh Breath. So if your dog's breath stinks, a little capful in your dog's water, odorless, tasteless, your dog won't even know, and they'll have great breath. And The Talented Farter, my fart book, is online, and it's amazing. It's on Amazon. Both are on Amazon. So check that out. Support if you can. And but thanks for just supporting this show. It means a ton to us. And without further ado, let's get into season 7, episode 16, Descent. Title Descent aired April 17th, 2008. Ken Horton directed it. He was kind of our guy he was an editor and really was a magician. He was like Oz, behind the screen. He sort of finagled episodes and changed things around and made things more interesting and really did some incredible work.
I'll give him a lot of credit because he didn't direct a lot of episodes. I mean, he had a huge career before he ever worked on Smallville, and he protected the show. Like even Alan Miles have spoken to that. And to take on this episode when you're not just like a director all the time, is gutsy. Because this is a big episode.
This is one of my favorite episodes, and I hadn't seen it until the last Smallville cruise, because they do those things where I'll have a night with me and John Glover, and it's an episode that involves me and Glover. And this was the episode. And then you'll have an episode with someone about, and we'll have a watch party on the cruise.
That's kind of like every episode, though.
Yeah. but it's really fun. But it's, and I really was like, holy crap, this is a good episode. I was like, Descent, what the hell's that?
No, it's decent. Descent is decent.
Yeah. Writers Holly Henderson and Don Whitehead knocked it out of the park. Guest star Anna Galvin as Gina, Connor Stanhope as little Lex. Synopsis, Lex, sweet baby Lex. Why'd you do it, Lex? I like that. Lot to tackle here. Lionel rolls up to the Luthor Court for the last time. He makes his way to the office, removes his tie, buries his face in his hands. Lex emerges from the shadows and waxes poetic King Arthur. Then, choking back tears, he asks his dad why he was sacrificed for the Traveler. Lionel gaslights once more, insisting that Lex was the Traveler all along.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lex pulls a gun, fires a bullet past Lionel, shattering the window. He yanks the Zurich key off Lionel's neck. Lionel pleads with Lex not to open the box, warning him that he will never be redeemed.
What's in the box?
Lex utters his final words to his father. I was raised in your shadow. Now you're going to die in mine. No one will even remember your name. Lex shoves Lionel, who plummets emotionless in the reflection of his son's eyes. Yeah, let's talk about it.
What a scene. What a scene, guys.
Yeah.
Ryan's favorite scene, first of all.
That's
That's what I'm
one,
calling
that's
it.
one of three.
What a way to open a show to kill such a big character.
I had also heard, because we talked about last week was Veritas, and that was supposed to be the finale. This was supposed to be like the last scene of the finale. And that's why it got pushed to the cold open of the next one, because they got more episodes.
Yeah.
I had heard rumor that was true.
Oh.
It was emotional. It was intense. It was, I wanted to make sure that it was justified. Like, everything my father had done to me in the past, it all caught up to me. And I was at wit's end, and just decided, I can't live with this guy. He's just tormenting me and making my life hell. He's made it hell for so long, and he just had to go.
You talking about Lionel or Peter?
Lionel. Peter Rolfe too. But it was
I one of the things that speaking about the episode being maybe out of order, that would have been like the worst season ender ever to just see Lionel fall and then cut to black. As an audience member, you're like, I can't believe that happened, but now I gotta wait to see what happens. And in a way, this works because at least you get to stay with it. So I don't mind it. And Michael, you made wonderful adjustments. You're very different after you kill your father.
Yeah. I figured I don't have much time. I have 4 episodes left because this is my last season. So this is the pinnacle.
Was that also actually your last day with John?
Last day with John.
There wasn't like an extra pickup?
No.
That was it?
That was it.
Fuck.
That was it. It was, I was like, holy shit. And the look on his face when he kind of smiles, I think that, what I was trying, and it's taken a couple years to decipher, but I think what it is thank you. I'm finally free of all my past sins and this life that I've chosen. And I deserve this, and I'm ready to go. And it's apropos that you would be the one to do it.
Trying to be good is weighing too much on him.
Yeah.
He's like, thank you.
At the DP, Chloe and Clark search electrical grids for Kara and Fine. Sirens wail outside, and Lois rushes in, informing them that Lionel jumped out of a building window. Across the street, Lex feigns grief as he IDs Lionel's body for the detective. He then has a slow-mo panic attack where he hears his child self asked if he killed Dad. He makes eye contact with Clark amidst the media frenzy. Clark's not convinced it was suicide, especially when Chloe informs him that Lionel was acting pretty weird and tried to give her a locket. By the way, when did they establish that the DP was across the street from Luthor Corp? Did I totally miss that?
I totally missed that too.
I was confused because they were like, did you actually know that?
No.
I didn't either.
I don't even think I knew it back then.
I don't know when they established it. Like if I totally missed that, but they're like, oh, we're going across the street. What? Since when?
Wow.
Well, then Chloe says your name might be on the building, but you can't take my personal belongings in another scene too. And I was like, wait, what buildings are we talking about?
Yeah. That was a little weird. Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't know. Weigh in the comments, guys.
Yes.
At Luthor Manor, Lex tells Gina about a time he and Lionel visited DC. She notices the locket in his hand, turns into Bonnie Parker, and tells Lex that Lionel was a sadistic man and no one will ever know. But the key is missing, and Lex blames Gina. She's quick to explain that Lionel visited the DP, and Lex tells her to ready the chopper. Suddenly, Lil Lex appears and admonishes himself for killing Dad over a necklace. Lex screams, "Get out of my head!" and chucks his scotch at the fireplace. And do we think Lex and Gina ever did the deed?
I'd like to think so.
I think she really wanted to, but I
No.
don't know if he actually did.
I don't think he did.
She really wanted to.
Yeah, Lex doesn't like when they really want to.
That's the problem. She was a little too thirsty.
She was thirsty.
I thought the big difference is here is
So weird.
after Lionel tells you that you're the traveler, that there's a big change there. And it seems to affect every relationship you have after that. So this woman, the day before, would have been your employee who you said, do this, do that, do this. And all of a sudden now she touches you on the shoulder and you turn around. You have this newfound
Power.
respect for yourself,
Maybe.
which is changing everything.
Maybe that's what it is.
But I'm not the traveler.
No.
It looks like you believe like you might be.
But it gave you a layer of like, maybe I have more power than I initially thought.
Yeah, but
I think I'm powerful, but
I
now
think
maybe.
it was a defense mechanism for Lionel to save himself, maybe.
Oh, totally that too.
But I kind of was like, you're full of shit. But maybe there is part of me that believes it.
I think both things are true.
Both things could be true. All right, continue.
Clark investigates the vault in Lionel's office. Behind a copy of Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil, he finds an octagonal Kryptonian tube that reads, "For Kal-El in the event of my death." It projects symbols on the wall that, in Lionel's voice, say, "Protecting Clark has been the greatest accomplishment," and instructs him to find the keys, lest his destiny falls in the hands of another man.
Being me.
Yeah, being
Or
Lex.
Zod.
Zod is implied. Implied Zod.
In the DP archive room, Lois and Jimmy examined a photo they took in Lex's office that happened to capture the moment Lionel was defenestrated.
Defenestrated.
I haven't used that word ever.
Oh, we used it a couple episodes ago, but that's fine.
Defenestrated. They suspect someone else was in the room and decide to use Lana's heavy-duty hardware to super enhance the image. In her desk drawer, Chloe finds a little envelope with the key inside. She denies having it when Lex approaches, but he immediately locates it and fires her on the spot. As Chloe's escorted out by security, Gina creepily caresses Lex, heads to Chloe's desk, and finds her phone with a text from Jimmy that says, "Lionel, not suicide. Have Pick come to archive room."
Then, Jimmy and Lois attempt to leave the archive room, but are met by a gun-toting Gina.
Mm-hmm.
And Gina escorts...
She really loves Lex. She's really going out of her way.
I mean, that's why I think, they haven't done it.
She's obsessed.
She's just obsessed.
She's obsessed. Remember that
And
one
so-
girl who was obsessed with Lex back in the time?
Back in the time.
She shaved her head for me. What if Gina shaved her head? Remember the girl who shaved her head for me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one. That was the one Jonathan was doing his campaign, right?
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, go ahead.
Boy, that was
That's
years ago.
love.
Years.
Gina escorts Jimmy and Lois through the DP warehouse and asks where they saved the extra copy of the photo. Lois tries to make a move, but Gina caps her in the shoulder. Jimmy confesses that the file is at the ISIS Foundation, and Gina locks them in a giant freezer.
Brr.
I thought that it was hilarious when Lois says, "You shot me," like the way she says it. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was
almost a
so
damn
funny.
who's that moment.
Yeah.
It's like scream and go, "Oh my God, you shot me."
Well, it's almost like, I didn't think you were that crazy.
It's like, wow, you
Right.
shot me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
like
must really love Lex.
Clark and Chloe arrive at the foundation and fill each other in. Clark suspects Lex to be the one who pushed Lionel and speeds away while Chloe gets to photo enhancing. At Luthor Manor, Clark finds the empty locket in Lex's office. Lex enters and accuses Clark of B&B.
B&E.
B&E.
Breaking and entering.
Yes, little Lex urges Lex to be kind to their friend. Lex remarks how similar his and Clark's fathers are. Smart, strong-willed, died prematurely, and both saw Clark as prime son material. Clark says Lex should have tried harder, and Lex blames his faults on Clark. Clark blames Lex's lust for power. Lex snaps back that Smallville is full of weird shit, and Clark denies and gaslights him. Lex airs his suspicions about Lionel's closeness with Clark, as well as Jonathan's unprecedented stress. As Clark leaves, he reveals that he has proof that Lex killed Lionel. Cool technical choices here. Lex saying, "I'm not going to debate my father's mental state with you." Shot with little Lex blurry in the background was a great choice. Michael's frustrated sniff at the end.
Do you remember doing that? Was that improv? That little...
Like,
It was like a... Yeah, it was like not gonna chase after you. I'm not gonna say anything.
Like a scoff. Like,
just sort of.
I don't remember.
But that was quite a scene, guys. You too.
That was a good scene.
That
Another
was a
one.
good scene.
Good scene. And it needed to be good.
Yeah, this whole episode
that was a
had
scene
a
that
lot
had to be
of, there were a
good.
lot of layers to it, a lot of moving pieces and a lot of like emotions coming out. Like, I wonder if it was the stress on his heart. I wonder, yeah, you killed him. You killed your dad, didn't you? You did, there's all this blaming that stems from deep, resentment towards each other in many ways.
And also, like the fact that you yelled out, "This is Smallville," was like it was like a half meta moment.
Yeah, this is Smallville.
Like, I'm paying attention.
Yeah. Where are you?
what the-
Why isn't this possible?
What the fuck is going on, guys?
Yeah.
It was basically behind that. Chloe magically reveals Lex in the enhanced photo. Gina pistol whips her and uploads a virus on a USB stick. Clark enters and picks up Chloe. She confirms that she saw Lex in the now destroyed picture. Clark says he couldn't find the key at Lex's, and Chloe warns Clark of the severe danger he's in if Lex has both keys. As Clark leaves, it appears Gina eavesdropped on the whole convo. Oops.
I don't know. It just seemed like Chloe woke up pretty quick from getting hit with
She did.
a bit of a gun. It was pretty quick.
The story needed somebody to be knocked out and then woken up.
Chloe, wake up! Something. Wake up!
It was like me at softball this week.
Did you take one?
Shaded a little too far in left field when I was playing right center, and I chased after a ball and I was just one step behind it, and I bobbled it and ended up being the walk-off win for the other team.
You blew it.
I blew it and I hit my head, but I'm okay.
You know what? Shit happens.
It's fine.
It's
all fine. I made the effort.
Yeah, where are we?
In the freezer, Jimmy paints an optimistic future for him and Lois. Clark superhears him from the DP archive room and busts into the freezer to a big superhero score. He carefully eye blasts them with heat and speeds away as they come to. Out back, Gina calls Lex, pleased to announce that she knows who the Traveler is. Just then, she's ambushed by a strange man who spritzes poison down her throat with an inhaler. He straps Gina into the driver's seat as life slowly escapes her body. And I thought she could have just said the name of the Traveler in that moment, but she did not.
I think it also maybe goes back to what Michael said, where I had thought that Lex believed he might be the Traveler, but the fact that she goes, I know who the Traveler is, and the way she said it meant that it was still up for debate. So I digress from my earlier statement. I also thought that she could have been a little more like, it's Clark.
Yes, it was right there. It's a two syllables.
Would
Just,
it be weird if her last words were, I love you, Lex. I always have.
I mean, that would have made a lot of sense
Yeah.
if that was
At
the case.
dusk at the manor, Lex finalizes his travel to Switzerland. Little Lex urges him not to go, saying there's still good inside and he'll always be there no matter what, and Lex claims the box is all he has left. But little Lex keeps going on, what about me? Lex says he's done listening and drags little Lex kicking and screaming down the stairs. He holds his child self up to the fireplace and says, you make me weak, to his face, and freaking buries the little guy in the flames.
It sounds like Lionel.
All kinds of crazy coming from Lex, incinerating a child, also a vision he made in his own psyche. It was dark, man. I remember going, wait a minute, this is the scene? I'm dragging him down the stairs, throwing him into a fire. This is your inner child, son. It was like saying, this is it. I never want to hear from the good boy again, the good side, the one who always tried, because no one listens to you. So I'm not listening to you. Shut up. It's time for the real Lex to come out.
But it's just all kinds of crazy that like you had to burn a little boy alive in order to make that happen.
Yeah.
In order to shut up.
I mean, it was the proverbial.
Yeah. But I mean, like just like the visual of it just made it feel.
The next morning at the Kent Byron, Clark ponders the crypto tube and a photo of Jonathan. Chloe arrives and informs him that Lex is the only one invited to Lionel's funeral. Clark laments how all his father figures perish and wonders how Lex could murder his own. He decides he's not going to let Lex have the chance to kill anyone else. The awesome score swells up. Clark finds Lex alone at the cemetery. They stare into each other's souls. Lex leaves. Clark sprinkles dirt into the coffin and whispers, Lionel. I didn't hear that.
That's what I thought it was. He just sort of goes, Lionel. I just mouthed something.
I love
you. To me, it looked like Lionel. or I don't know if it was like, I know, like I couldn't find anything online. To
Huh.
me, it appeared
I
like
missed it
Lionel.
too.
He might have said this. We got it. We got it. Let's move on.
We got it.
Or Tom's watching it.
It looked like Lionel to me.
I remember that suit didn't fit me very well. And this is the scene where you and I were talking underneath a white tent about whether you were coming back the next season or not.
And I said, no.
And you told me why. And I was like, yeah, that's a good point.
I go, why would I come back?
Well, no, we were talking about something else. I'm not going to say here, but you mentioned one thing in particular. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't put up with that either.
Yeah. It was also like at the end of 7 years, I'd done what I did. And it's just like, you know, if I'm coming back, it's like, yeah, we've talked about that. Closing thoughts. Was Lionel totally redeemed, or did he die as he lived in a state of moral ambiguity? I think maybe he was redeemed because he was doing the right thing and he did care about Clark, and like at least he left on a good note.
Yeah.
But he didn't make it right with his son, did he?
No.
Couldn't do that.
No, he couldn't.
I didn't feel any sense of, I wasn't thinking about redemption. I was thinking he got killed.
I was thinking he was like, it almost felt like he knew he was going to die. Like, you're going to kill me, but listen, you can't open that box, but do whatever you want. I deserve this. But finally, when he was shot, he was like, by the way, his body would have exploded on the ground.
Oh, I'm so glad they didn't show that.
Yeah. Feels like this episode was the true culmination of the series to this point. Yeah, I felt like it was. It's like Clark and Lex has certainly reached a boiling point where there's no turning back. I kill my father. There's no turning back. I kill my inner child. There's no turning back. Would have made for a good season 8, but it didn't happen.
Nope.
I mean, it did happen without me. John Glover will be missed. I can already feel it. Yes. Where was Lana? Don't know.
Oh, she was still in the institution.
Interesting things of note. On Lionel's desk is a CD of German composer Richard Wagner's musical drama epic Götterdämmerung, which debuted in 1876. It was The Ring, right? The Rings. It's a retelling of Ragnarok from Norse mythology, a prophesized war in which gods are killed, resulting in fires, floods, and the eventual rebirth of the world. In the story, a godlike figure is stabbed in the back by a seemingly justified civilian. This could mirror the story in a number of ways. Also in Lionel's vault is a copy of Nietzsche's 1886 work Beyond Good and Evil, which contains the quote, "If thou gaze long into the abyss will also gaze unto thee." He was also a noted critic of human compassion. Götterdämmerung was... I thought Götterdämmerung was one of the 3 rings that Wagner wrote of the...
It was part of a...
trilogy.
It was part of a trilogy, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I forgot what the other 2 were called.
I don't remember. But yeah, this was... I just like digging into that because like there was a note, like they strung those on his, or put those on his desk, and I'm sure there was a note for the composer going forward for the score. Then yeah, like everything, there's intention. Everyone had like
certainly not there by mistake.
Direction, like it was all. I like those little bits like that where like they show like they're thinking about all the different avenues. Also, I was sent an article from the actress who played Gina. Do you want to hear what she has to say about
Yes. What did Gina say?
She said, here's what she said about Michael. He's so funny, she claims. I had been forewarned about him in good ways. People say that he's outrageous and really in your face. That can be very crass, has a lot of energy, and he's really good at what he does. I found all of the above to be true. We got along really well and enjoyed working together. He was hilarious.
Aw, Gina. Thank you, Gina. It was a pleasure working with you, too. I wish we could get to work.
Actress Anna Galvin.
Anna Galvin.
Yeah.
Yes, is Gina. Well,
there you go.
Thank you. It was
That's
a joy
a
working
funny
with you,
email.
too. She was always professional, knew her shit. She was smart. She was funny. She let me be me, which is important. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. As the sun sets a little earlier and the seasons change, it's a good reminder to reach out and check in with those you care about and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. Call that friend you haven't talked to in a while or grab lunch with someone you've been missing. This November, BetterHelp is encouraging people to reconnect and remember how powerful connection really is. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully qualified. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences. And if you're not happy with your match, Switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recs. With over 30,000 therapists worldwide, BetterHelp is one of the leading online therapy platforms, having served over 5 million people globally. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/talkville. That's betterhelp.com/talkville. Talkville is brought to you by AG1. What would we do without AG1? Listen, if you're listening and you want to start a new routine, these guys at AG1 have done it. We take AG1, which is just a pack filled with so many great things, in a glass of water, mix it, and you're ready for your day. It makes me feel sharper. It gives me energy. Tom, I know you concur. It's something we just don't leave home without. It's funny because we just went to Cincinnati and they were in your backpack, the travel packs, they were in mine.
Take the travel packs and when you get on the flight, trust me.
Absolutely. Crowded airports and, strain and stress and all that. And I just take this and I feel so much better. Antioxidants, probiotics, functional mushrooms help support immune resilience. Darkness plus shorter days may throw off your rhythm. Superfoods and B vitamins help support steady energy without the crash. A full spectrum of micronutrients from whole foods help fill nutrition gaps. Prebiotics, probiotics, enzymes help support regularity and gut resilience. I didn't realize how important probiotics and prebiotics were until I took AG1. And I think it's like a nervous thing or something where I leave and I have to go to the bathroom. What if I have to go to the bathroom? I feel so much better and in control when I take AG1.
I mean, I took it this morning and I don't know. It's like a sense of accomplishment. It feels like I did something that's good for myself and I can carry on for the rest of my day.
Yeah. You guys, start a healthy routine. It's that easy. If you don't have any healthy routines, start every morning having some AG1. Head to drinkag1.com/talkville to get a free welcome kit, which they just sent me and is beautiful. It's got AG1 flavor samplers, a bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2 when you first subscribe. That's drinkag1.com/talkville. drinkag1.com/talkville. Now we have a very special guest. We have Bradley H. Bradley H, who's a lovable patron who supports this podcast. Hopefully supports inside of you with Michael Rosenbaum as well, like all of you do out there. But Bradley, thanks for being here, man.
Hey, thanks, Michael. I appreciate you guys having me. And Ryan, thanks for sending me the messages recently as well. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, Tom couldn't be here. Tom couldn't be here because he has family stuff, some stuff going on that we wish him the best. But we're here.
Yes, sir.
Bradley, thanks for having good internet and good lighting.
I just came to the public library here in my hometown, and I got the best internet here.
And thank you for serving. You're in the military.
I appreciate it.
And thank you
Yes, sir.
for protecting us, my
Thank you.
friend. I appreciate that. So what got you into Smallville?
Well, growing up, I'd visit my grandparents with my brothers and my cousins, and my cousin would usually bring like the first few seasons of the series out, and we'd just binge watch late into the night, like early into Sunday morning usually.
Wow.
But funny thing was, the final episode of season 6 premiered the week before I graduated high school, and then I didn't pick back up on it until probably mid 2008 when season 7 released on DVD. So there was a gap there, and then I picked back up on it from season 7 all the way through 10.
How many times have you watched the series, the complete series?
I've gone in between seasons here and there, but I've watched it all the way through at least once. But I've definitely gone back and watched what were considered my favorite episodes.
Well, what are they? What are your favorite episodes?
This one is definitely, I actually put it in the show description. I think Ryan would have seen. I'm not sure if you guys did, but season 7, episode 16, Descent was definitely my top 10, if not top 5.
Why? Why?
I kind of like the parallels that are going back and forth here. Like as Lex is getting bad, like Lionel's getting good, and like even Lionel's death, like when he's falling to his demise, like kind of see like that smile that he has on his face.
Like a relief.
I've always kind of like wondered what that smile meant, you know?
I think it was a sense of relief. Like
Yeah.
he couldn't live with himself any longer. Like there's like somebody take me out of my misery. I wasn't a good father. All these things came to him like finally peace.
And then when Clark goes into Lionel's safe afterward, I just watched a short clip of it when he finds that Kryptonian relic that Lionel had made for him. Shows or tells Clark like why about the keys that he needed to retrieve before anybody else could, like including Lex. Like that was a really cool, like kind of follow up, like why Lionel was ultimately protecting him. Like even though like everything he did leading up to this like seemed harsh.
There's something about though Lionel. I don't think he was all that good because putting him in that kryptonite cage a few episodes ago and all that stuff that made me feel like there's ulterior motives. There's like he's good, but he's not good. Like I don't think people are innately evil, but I think over time your true colors show. And I think Lionel Luthor was a very dark character and killed a lot of people, hurt a lot of people, damaged a lot of people. And so I wouldn't say good, but I would say I just say you can't trust someone like that, even
like
if
morally corrupt. Like he has like the right intentions, but
do you think Lex was right for tossing his dad out of a high rise?
I don't think so. I always wondered like what that final breaking point was for Lex. Like why? I know he tells Clark like I think it's in this episode as well, if I'm not mistaken, where Clark confronts him in the mansion and like Clark asks him why, like that Jonathan and Lionel would have felt the same way about Lex that they did about Clark if he had tried, and then Lex like comes back on him like that he did try.
You don't think Lex tried?
I think he tried. Like I think part of it's on Clark as well. Like sorry, Tom ain't there to refute that, but but I think part of it's on Clark as well. Like he could have told Lex from the very beginning, but like even before like that, he thought like Lex had ulterior motives as well. Like he is a billionaire, and like it turns out like he does want power and all this stuff. But at the time when Clark first saved him on the bridge in season 1, like he couldn't have known that about Lex at that point, you know?
Yeah, and I really liked that at the end of this episode. Was it at the end of this episode where I kill my inner child? See, that to me was kind of like his last straw. Like this little boy inside of him was like, you can be good. You can do this. You could live a happy life. You could do all these things. And finally said, I'm incapable of love. I'm incapable of this. I'm done with this. This is who I am. This is my destiny.
Like you're a distraction. Like he tells the young Lex, he's like, you're a distraction. Like holds him in the fire.
When he drags him down the stairs, I thought that was just like, that
wow.
was cinema, dude.
You know what it is? I just realized both Luthors just kind of gave up, like their goodness. Like when Lionel's plummeting, he's like, well, I tried. And then Lex is like, I can't do it. It's like they both like sort of release their inner goodness for good.
I feel like every season has one of these episodes, and like season 6 for me, and like a 3 rows like episode was Justice League, and
great episode.
I'd give it the same here.
Yeah, great episode. Yeah, this was tour de force, man. I thought everybody stepped up. I thought the kid was great. I thought Glover was great. I didn't hate myself. I thought Tom was great. I thought, so I was very pleased, and I wish there were more episodes like this throughout season 7.
I really like the funeral scene at the very end as well. That was a nice touch. Like nobody's invited and stuff like that.
Well, dude, I love your insight. I love talking to you. You're quick. You know your shit. Are you enjoying this rewatch podcast?
Absolutely. Like this has been like awesome. I think one of the other patrons like said it as well. Charlie, if I'm not mistaken, that this is like a meta thing, like getting to like interact with like 2 of the like biggest stars of like the like early 2000s into like right up until like 2010s, and like it's been freaking awesome experience to
Dude,
get to do this with you guys.
Yeah, I love it. I just I have to decide if I'm going to do the next 3 seasons. That's the big. You're not going to hate me if I don't, will you, Bradley?
Oh no, I recall like when at the end of season 6 when Bryce was leaving. I recall one of y'all saying like when Annette is gone, like Bryce is gone. So like I'm hoping like this will kind of be the same deal. Like when Annette comes back, like you can come back if you're not like back for all 3 seasons.
Yeah,
definitely for the series finale for sure.
Dude, you're awesome. We love you. Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you guys.
All right, we'll see you. Talkville is brought to you by Wayfair. I love Wayfair, and this holiday season is around the corner. I mean, it's practically here. It's time to start getting your space ready with Wayfair, making sure you have seating for everyone, getting out warmer linens, sheets, getting new fun serveware and cookware, and of course, holiday decor. Wayfair's Black Friday sale is the perfect time to score huge deals on all things home, no matter what your style is. I just got this table that sits in front of me every day. It was so cheap. Tom, at Wayfair, people compliment this table. Ryan, you love this table. It was like
it doesn't look cheap. It
looks great. It's like $180 for this beautiful table that was so easy to assemble. And you know, shipping is so easy. It's free. They don't care how big the product that you get. You can get anything at Wayfair. It's just a one-stop shop, as they call it. I love this place. I purchase so many things from there. It's everything you need for your living room, outdoor areas, bedroom, and more. Wayfair makes it easy with fast and free shipping, like I said. Even on the big stuff, they'll even help you set it up. I mean, what else do you need? Get over to Wayfair. Go to Wayfair. Don't miss out on early Black Friday deals. Head to wayfair.com now to shop Wayfair's Black Friday deals for up to 70% off. That's WAYFAIR.com. Sale ends December 7th. Here's the hotline. You guys have some questions. Patron privilege. Let's start with Marky Keds.
Hey guys, it's Mark from New Jersey, aka Marky Keds. Got a question for you on Descent. How'd you guys feel about Lex basically going from telling Clark early on in the series that kings would come to Lionel's funeral, but then this episode he's basically telling Lionel, you're so insignificant that nobody's going to remember your name, and then ultimately no one's allowed to even go to that funeral except for Clark, essentially. Also, on a related note, Michael, just wanted to say thank you so much. At the New Jersey Con, you wrote, "Damn, who's that?" on the image I had you sign from this episode of Lex allegedly discovering, quote unquote, Lionel's body for the first time. Got it right back there. Just want to say thanks again.
You're a sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, that was really interesting. Yeah, the fact that nobody comes to his funeral and Lex wouldn't allow it. And he's the one that killed him. And so, once again, competing with Clark, you know, even with his own family, with his own father. It's like, it wasn't enough that Clark came from this great family and he was this good guy who's always lying to Lex and this and that. But then he gets closer to his father, like the son that Lionel always wanted. And it's just like double resentment. Like it's like, fuck, man, I can't win. Megan.
Hi, this is Megan from Iowa. My question is on Descent. I'm a big Lex supporter, so when he killed his father, I could not be happier. The part of the episode that made me sad was the Lex on Lex violence, if you will. Were you yelling at that kid in his face? Super scary for a kid. And also, what did you toss in that fire? Thanks. See you at Cruiseville.
Oh, yeah. Megan's going to Cruiseville. I tossed the kid in the fire. No, I didn't. Nothing. I just... I forgot what we did, or I just, with my hands, I think maybe I did. Maybe it wasn't him, but it was a stunt double, just part of like the person to get a little shot.
It's also a visual effect, I could tell.
Visual effect, but
the fires,
I yelled in his face, and I just told him ahead of time. I was like, "Hey, I'm yelling at you, but I'm not upset with you. It's just my character." And then afterwards, I'd laugh and joke with him and go, "See, wasn't that fun?"
You guys smoke cigarettes outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Paul from the UK. Glad you're going to Cruiseville, by the way, Megan. Hello, Paul from the UK. How you doing?
Hi, Michael, Tom, Ryan. This is Paul from the UK. I have a question for Season 7, Episode 16, Descent. My question is, do you think that Lex his descent into darkness is partly because every person that helped was trying to investigate Clark, who believed that he was supernatural or superpowered, all of a sudden when they found out his secret, changed and were like, oh, Clark is a completely normal person. Do you think that drove Lex mad? Anyway, I'd love to hear your opinions on that.
Yeah, I think it did. It's like there's always a reason. There was always an excuse. There was always something. Everybody was always playing the sort of excuse card for Clark, including everyone around him, and making him Lex feel stupid and inadequate. And Lex knew deep down that there was something about this guy, and even his father lied to him. So imagine your whole life being gaslit by everyone.
Yeah.
So fuck.
I feel like Lex's whole life, he's been to a party and like, you know that Clark Kent, he's a good guy, huh? He just keeps hearing that over and over. What a great guy he is. You heard about this guy? You hear about this guy?
There's Dawn. Wake up to the crack of dawn.
My name is Dawn. I'm from Monroe, North Carolina.
Dawn.
Near Charlotte. I'm calling about season 7, episode 16, Descent. No spoilers. Well, when you do this, I can talk about it. Duh. How you felt when you had to push Dada off the Luthor Corp. I mean, it was superb. I loved you guys. I will always hold on to small.
Oh, Dawn.
61 years old, and I still watch it.
Dawn, I love you. I love you. I've never met you, but I have to meet you. You have an incredible accent and voice and energy. And it was bittersweet. It just felt like he's doing it. He's really crossing that line and he can't go back.
Question, did he give you any notes when you're doing it? Did he give you any feedback?
No, I just did my own thing. I remember I was really...
You guys were locked in at that point, but I was curious.
We were locked in, no. He just looked at me with I remember him smiling at me constantly, this smug smile. Like even while I was doing my dialogue to him near the end, he was just going...
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, son.
Yeah, just trying to like provoke me, and it helped. Here's Lewis.
Hi, Tom, Michael, and Ryan. This is Lewis calling from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Had a question about Season 7, Episode 16, Descent. I love Lionel's funeral scene at the end, and I was wondering, Michael, that subtle smirk that you give Clark, was that in the script, or was that something that you improvised? Thanks.
Yeah, that was just improvised. It was a reaction. It was a reaction that I felt was right, and whether they use it or not, that was their choice. But yeah, I always try to add those little things in there and things that I'm thinking of, but sometimes they cut before them. Sometimes they linger on. I'm like, oh my God, they stayed on that. So you never know. Lips, who's this? This is Dan from McHenry, Illinois.
Hey guys, this is Dan from McHenry, Illinois, calling about Season 7, Episode 16, Descent. Michael, after the confrontation with Clark in the mansion, Lex's lip trembles in a way, and I was wondering, do you think it was more him wanting to scream to Clark, please help me, I need you? Or do you think it was more him being like, oh, I'm really screwed here. Clark has evidence that I did this. I've always been curious about that.
I think it was probably more like, fuck this guy. I'm going to fucking, like, I don't know.
It felt more like Jack Nicholson when he says, you can't handle the truth.
Yeah, like, what are you going to do about it? Go ahead, get me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
See what you could do. You can't stop me.
Yeah.
Kind of feel. Pam from Richlands, North Carolina. Oh, Pam.
This is Pam Wade, Richlands, North Carolina, calling in episode Descent. The scene where that Lex has just identified his father and the looks between he and Clark are absolutely wonderful. Their nonverbals say everything. Clark picks up on his guilt, and the guilt is deep in Lex's eyes. But then the scene at this graveyard, again, their nonverbals are genius. Bravo, gentlemen. It told the entire story.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. You're only as good as your scene partner, right, Tom? We worked well together and we want to get the best out of each other, like always. So that's what happened.
Hey guys, it's Andrew calling in from Phoenix, Arizona. My question is for Season 7, Episode 16,
Andrew.
Descent for Michael. How was it working with John, knowing that these are some of his last scenes, that you're going to be working with him? What was the emotion like in that? Anyways, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks. I thought to myself, what a good decision I made for not coming back for Season 8, because here you had Glover gone, who was a tour de force, and people loved our work together. And also, Alan Miles, the creators, who were with me to this point. They were leaving, and it was sort of bittersweet, but I kind of helped the decision making. I think that if everybody was still on board and there was a direction that someone told me about, no one told me about any direction going any further. No one told me about much of it. I was going through, contract stuff, which was just disheartening to say the least. And it just didn't feel right, but like those last moments with John were sort of they stuck in my head. They were special moments. They were, every moment with John's special. Even when I see him now, I don't know. He's getting up there in age, and
I love it because he still calls you son.
Son.
He still calls you son.
My son. Yeah, he's wonderful. He's a wonderful human being. He's got the heart of gold. He's one of the great actors, and it's always a joy just being with him any chance you get.
And now,
Rosenbaum ratings.
rating.
This is I'm gonna go with Ryan first.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
because I'm gonna give it a 3.
3 roses.
Yep.
Is this because you're making up for your bomb or whatever?
Well, this is I've been to the end of the series of the season thus far, and
you cheated.
No, I mean this is
a tour de force.
It's a tour de force. It's a lot of things. It's been a lot of things building up. I think you guys were great. I mean, it was John's last episode. I guess the only thing missing was Kristen, but yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't missed though in this. Well, because it wasn't about her.
It wasn't about her, but like it almost
she's always missed.
It almost had everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
it really gave you a lot and really messed with you.
Yeah.
What do you give it, Tom?
I'm going to give it 2.5 because you can never say that you know about Smallville if you haven't seen this episode.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah, you just can't.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know this episode, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about
here?
What
are we talking about here?
I'm somewhere between Tom and you on this one because
2.7.
No, I just thought it was fantastic all around and intense, and the ending of such a brilliant character and the way it was done, and those moments with me and Clark. I thought it really, if you break the show down, the show is really about Clark and Lex. One going a certain direction, the other going the opposite. And that's what the show is. That's what ultimately happens. It's the making of a villain, the making of a true hero.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I have to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3. Yeah, I never give 3s, but I thought it was so intense that it surprised me, and I'd never seen it. And I was like, when I saw it on the cruise, I had a tear in my eye. I was like, holy shit, man, this is good.
Well, that probably helps as like a venue to see it too.
Yeah, some good cinema.
Yeah.
That's some good cinema.
Yeah.
Death and save count, 2 dead. Lex killed Lionel, and Lex's guy killed Gina. Poor Gina.
The kid doesn't count in the fire?
No, it's not really a person. It's my imagination. 2
Oh,
saved. Clark saved Jimmy and Lois from freezing. Through 16 episodes, 22 dead, 40 saved. Series 240 dead, 269 saved. Ryan's favorite scene.
This might be a hard one. All right, scene 1.
Yep. Nope. I'm just kidding.
Death of Lionel. Scene 2. Clark and Lex confront each other. Or scene 3. The funeral.
I'm going to go 1.
I mean,
Death of Lionel.
it's yeah, because I think that, yes, 1.
Well, the answer may surprise you.
It's 3.
You remember you left town a couple weeks ago?
So Ryan, I left town, and Ryan came in my studio and did this.
After the death of Lionel Luthor, Clark and Lex confront each other at the manor to appeal to each other's consciences. Their inner monologues sounded a bit like this.
The truth is, it's stupid, but more complex than 2-bit. My father was ruthless, but knew to trust in you, kid. Your pops was the opposite. Adopted, but your dad again. You got more father figures than the gift shop at the Vatican. They
would have felt the same way if you'd have tried. What happened to the guy I made my ride or die at Riverside?
I did try, Clark. In fact, you inspired me. I fall short like small scores, but you ignored and slided me.
You can't dump your toxic traits on my shoulders. That fireplace's eternal, but you just get colder. You only love power, and that made you a nihilist. Listen to your inner self, and not for hairstyle tips.
This is Smallville, with media freak insanity. Someone's gotta save the world.
You lost sight of reality.
Oh, have I? Farm boy? Know why I'm broken? My dad had no compassion, but for you was Creed.
Arms wide open. You turned relationships to dust. Your father turned to me, cause I'm a son a dad could trust.
Huh, that way Pa's heart popped off like a nuke. I guess a perfect son was too much hazard for the Duke.
I didn't cause my father's death, that ain't provable. I know you killed Lionel.
Now who's delusional?
I got proof, you got no path to success. I'm a high-five Lana, now we both Lex.
Whoa, dude. Too much? Yeah, I kind of heard it when it came out. Well, that was Ryan's favorite scene.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow. My God, I know exactly where, arms wide open. I know exactly where you're standing in Michael's backyard.
Dude, that was on another level good. That was like, I'm blown away. That is.
I didn't realize you had so much time on your hands.
That was 5 hours at Michael's house.
That was amazing.
Thank you to Amanda and my friend Joey who shot
that
thing.
That was superb. How did you get the double?
A little bit of pre-pro and planning, and we also made my Lex shorter. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah,
like it was Joey's idea. Said stand a little shorter to make it.
Was it easy to do?
It was hard to edit. It was actually the timing worked out pretty well. I gave myself the same bit.
Had you pre-recorded?
Yeah, the
song.
Lyrics.
Lyrics.
Yeah, of course.
So and you were playing them. So your lips. Okay.
Yeah. No, that was all pre-recorded.
That was.
I mean, that's one
Three
of the best.
Roses.
I give that 3 roses.
Dude, I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, I don't miss anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, that'll be replayable everywhere. But yeah, I was looking forward to that.
This could be the best episode and
podcast
ever. That Ryan, I salute you. Salute you, my friend.
As of this moment, that's all the songs I got in me. But
what a talent, though. What a talent.
I was really looking forward to that one. So what was fun for me is I took.
So it was the first scene.
It was scene 2.
It was scene 2.
2.
But I took like the dialogue that you guys had said in the scene because I thought it was really cool, and I just sort of like tried to make it rhyme.
Dude,
also, it's based off of that song "Guilty Conscience" by Eminem and Dr. Dre.
Did you show Jack yet?
No, I haven't showed Jack yet.
So shit.
I did. I thrifted that jacket just for this though. That was,
dude.
Was
that
$40 well spent.
I was also surprised by the wardrobe. I mean, I couldn't stop looking at the bald cap, and then all of a sudden the red jacket came out, and I was like, "Wait, what? Is this happening?"
God. If you guys don't join Patron and support this show now, I don't know what to tell you. That was worth it all, dude. That was like
I was looking forward to showing you guys that.
Holy shit, man.
It could have only been better if I had chosen that scene, but I wanted
the line about Lex. We both effed Lex. Dude, is just priceless, bro. 3.5 roses, like if I could give it. That was
fun.
That was such an added bonus for this already fantastic episode that this episode probably gets 3.5.
And by the way, the fact that you kept that under wraps, I mean,
under wraps,
you guys had such a day prior to us recording today.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys were like, "Oh yeah, we can get this in. Let's get this in."
Yeah.
And then to end with that, like,
dude, bravo.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we're squeezing things around travel, but yeah.
Tell us what you think of this episode and Ryan's rap, which was extraordinary. Holy crap. People are going to die. People are going to be spreading. I want you guys to
when you see those videos
online
world. And they're like, make sure you watch till the end. And you're always like, we should somehow go back to the beginning of this and be like, by the way, watch this till the end.
All right. That is it for the episode. I wish it wasn't. Stick around next week as we Z and talk about episode 17, Sleeper.
Those are snores.
Oh boy. Is that a boring episode?
No, that's fine. It's interesting.
All right.
It's not 3.5 stars.
Let's take the discussion online. Let us know your thoughts on the episode over on our socials at Talkville Podcast or Talkville Pod. Show support by joining Patreon, patreon.com/Talkville. And if you want more information like merch from the show or our hotline number, you can find all that in the show's description. Also, the Inside of You online store for merch.
Remember, folks, always hold on to Smallville.
We cannot do this without you, so let's just go. These are our patrons who we adore. Little Lisa, TheMsLeanne, Raj C, Santiago M, ThomasTomTurner, Shane W, BetsyD, Abhi P, KarenApple M, 99 more, LAYlani, Brett G, always hold on to Smallville, Garrett W, Bob K, Tom N, Jason W, Lana rhymes with Banana W, Nancy D, Brian G, Grape Jelly 817, Amanda R, Teddy 127, Michael P, Ryan R, Randy B, Craig G, Heather and Greg, I made Talkville say butts.
Clark's mom, Kristen B, Finky, damn, who's that? Janet E, General Zod, Doug R, Shanna,
Jeanette. By the way, not Janet, it's Jeanette, the best a man can get. Go ahead.
I'm going to start with what I see here. Damn, who's that? Jeanette E.
Yep.
General Zod, Doug R, Shanna I, Shanna L, Shanna I. Ken the Liver Guy, Corey L, Mr. Home Arcade, Claire M, D Brown, Jules M, L Don Supremo, Brian P, McBurts, Ginger Moose, Christoph S, Michael Conning doesn't blink.
Sebastian F, Wolf and Little Wolfie, Matthew and Lincoln B, Mary Lou L, Shanifa Fan and Matt Maverick, Randy S, Cassie B, Danny Mo Mirabel, Mary K, Sophie L, When You're Rich, You Aren't Crazy, You're Eccentric, Derek R at the House of L, the Alexander Castle, Daryl E, Jenny B76, Monica T, Ms. M, Emily Who Locked, Jeffrey K, previously on Smallville, Keith B, Cookie K, Libertariat, Ivan G, Danny Z from Cleveland, Biagio C, Madison H, as told by Helen, Dr. J.
We got Kurt F. We got Clovis 28, Dr. G and Dr. T, Flirtatious B, Eduardo and Nancy per 6, Naman L, Smallville for Life, Bobby B, Kendrick F, Stacy B, Stacy Beth L, Stacy Beth L, Other Brother Daryl, Melanie P, Charlie M, Cheyenne F, Charlotte F, AJS, Heather H, Tom and Michael's friend Mickey? Syrian S, Syrian H.
Kieran, I think it's Sierran.
Do you think it's?
I think it's Sierran H.
All right, Kieran H, Jackie J, John Cruzville,
Hubs.
2026 W with an exclamation point. Branley H, Nick H, and Dan L.
Courtline E, David A, Sierra, Chanzo, Steph Meister, Jay the Broken Hero, Brooklyn, Ann M, Chris F, Kyle Ann, Bianca S, JD Rocks, Rebecca P, Jacob G, Ramana N, Romina, Coco Beach Kidneys, Anna HM, Danny R, Lexi and Sid, Adriana G, The Blue Kiwi, Isa K, Omar H, Marky Keds, Sexy Lexi, Kyle W, Zenobia G. We love you. Thank you for listening. Join Patreon and get your name shouted out and much more, and supporting the show, patreon.com/talkville.